Hello everybody, this is Tim. And yeah, here I come with something new at you. I know I got a bunch of projects that I have to finish, but this is kind of how I've always gamed. I'll just play a little something and do something else for a while, and to me it just keeps the habit going. Or should I say the hobby going. To me personally anyway. Anyway, welcome to my next video series here. We're gonna do Final Fantasy XII. This is the HD remake that we just got from this is the Sony PlayStation version. This is actually the last Final Fantasy I ever remember actually playing really deep into. Yeah. So let's go. So when you first start the game, you get a few options. I'm gonna turn all these on. And I tell you what I'm thinking about doing. Both tracks are pretty awesome. I think we'll do the reorchestrated for now. But I'll probably swap back and forth between these two options. I'm just sitting here looking at it, reading it. I don't know what speed mode is. Set multiplayer for speed mode. Multiplier for speed mode. I don't really know what speed mode is, but whatever. I'm not a speed runner by any means, so we'll just leave that as is. Okay, I think we're ready. So let's begin the game. So I try not to talk too much through the story. It's been a while since I've seen the story in this one myself, so. Give me just a second here. There we go. Sounds a little. Let's see. Make sure I can hear myself clear. I've got a little bit of cold, so I'm not talking as loud as I normally would. Okay, sorry. We didn't miss much here. There's just a big parade going on. Actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, big parade for a wedding. These two just got married.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity.
An attack by both land and air, our kingdom will stand little.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will. and I will go at his side.
I always thought this game had an interesting kind of combination of medieval times style fighting along with some very sci-fi elements. I thought it was a real good combination of the newer Final Fantasies where we went a little more ahead in time versus the older ones where we were
stand watch over your life.
back in time.
That I be considered worthy.
We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands.
Shield your sight, ne'er failing light.
What? Yeah, now the shield's gone.
The paling's fallen.
Then it's over.
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
Right in the chest. That is what we would call a sharpshooter. Because, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about this type of stuff, but from what I understand, there's a little spot right there at the chest that's unprotected. That's the only spot you can hit armor with an arrow and pierce it. Yeah.
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Romanos, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
Yeah, so I know none of this really makes any sense to anybody right now, but just keep going with it.
Can you hear me?
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand? Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bossler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Get him, boss. Yeah, you got him.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it.
Relax, homie. He ain't gonna attack you. You're on his side. Just don't piss him off. You good. You must always be mindful of your surroundings. Use the right stick to look around. This is basically a tutorial just to teach you how to play the game. So you do that. You use the left stick to move, of course. This tells us to talk, you know, about the icons. The smiling face icon means you can talk to the character. Like that. So now we gotta go talk to the gatekeeper. Life is worth too much to throw away, Rex. Do what you can, but don't try to be a hero. Save the hero stories for your brother once you're back in Rabanastre. Just listen to the captain and we'll get through this. We'll enter the fortress through this gate. We must go. Alright, so... See the marker above your head? That's called the action icon. Okay, so basically he's telling us now when you have this exclamation point above your head, you can interact with something on the screen in some way. It is time. We will drive back any Imperial standing between us and the King. Dalmasca's future hangs in the balance. Stay focused on the foes before you, Rex. I will watch rearward. Alright, now he's telling us about the party menu. I'll go over that stuff as we use it. Okay, so we've been attacked. Basically the way fighting works in this game. This red line that you see before you signifies that the enemy has aggroed me. That means he's going to attack me. If it's a blue line that goes from me to him, I have aggroed him. That's basically how you know who you're fighting. You'll get the battle menu and you can choose to attack or use items or use magic or whatever you want to set up. It's basically Final Fantasy it was just at this point a new fighting system, which it took me a little while to get used to, but since I've gotten used to it, I like it. So basically I just chose attack. Rex will continue to attack, or not. Yeah, Rex will continue to attack until the enemy is killed. So I don't have to input the command but once, and he'll repeat that command. Also, if you use an item like a potion because you get weak, he'll use the potion and then he'll go right back to the attack or the magic or whatever your last, command was. So it takes a little tiny bit of getting used to, but once you use it, it's actually pretty simple. Pretty awesome, actually.
Captain?
Well, don't this suck? Oh, I didn't know you had thunder. Okay, so here's the magic. We can do it again. Here we go. Oh, we didn't get to do it. Dang. I didn't know Rex had magic. That I didn't know. That's kind of cool. Oh, new cutscene. This wasn't in the original, I don't believe.
Antlion, this is Sunbury. My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Sunbury disengaging.
Okay. More enemies. Now that red arrow that turns yellow, that just points to the enemy that you have aggroed. There's no simple way through the fortress. The mini-map at the top right of your screen may not be enough to gain your bearings. Should you lose your location, you can... Oh, okay, it's telling me how to use the map, basically. Which we may need, because these areas are very large and very vast in this game.
Vossler! Where are you?
What if Captain Oculus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty?
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
Run. Okay. So basically in this, I don't know that there's really... Yeah, there's no treasures or anything, I don't believe, right here at this very beginning. This is more of a tutorial just to get you used to the system. Oh, hello. Alright, it's just basically saying that we can retreat if we choose. You press R2 to flee. And you can run away from the enemy. Oh, okay, that was cool. I did actually see the thunder spell that time. There we go. There's another one. Okay, took care of that. Up the stairs we go. Alright, this is a save point. So, yeah, what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying right now. This is a save point. You can get instant heal. So let me save real quick, because you always want to save in a Final Fantasy game. Always. I say this 1,000 times, save every opportunity you get, because you never know when something might mess up. I know the game right now is running a little slower. It seems like it's a little slow, but I promise this game gets very good very quickly. We're just got to get by the introduction here.
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, it'll get much more interesting very quickly once we actually start to get into the meat of the game. Ho! There's a lot of dialogue, but at least most of it's spoken, so... Come on, speed up. There we go. Let me check something real quick. Oh, I can change it. The only difference I hear is that it's a little more clear with the orchestrated. We'll go back to that for now. I actually like that a little better. Alright, let's see, go in here. Yep. Uh-oh. What do we got going on here now?
Your Majesty. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Damaska to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent.
Hello.
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And to think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.
Interesting.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I, to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death.
So basically everyone died.
They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
H.C. Bailey, who does some of the best Final Fantasy runs in the YouTube world. I mean, this dude is amazing. He's always said it this way, and I think it's a very good rule. And I hope I will be allowed a quote. In JRPGs, it's always this rule.
Vaughn,
empires are bad.
They'll find us.
Kingdoms are good.
Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, guys. 1, 2, 3 more. All right.
Another quick little battle tutorial from our next character, Vaughn. So, yeah, as I was saying, H.C. Bailey has often said that kingdoms are always bad, or kingdoms are always good, I'm sorry, kingdoms are good. empires are bad. It's always that rule in JRPGs, and this one's no different on that. The Empire just destroyed the kingdom. The king died. Everybody died. So from what I'm gathering, that was all told to tell us so that we now know who actually controls us. Evidently, we're being controlled by the Empire right now.
Ha. Yeah.
Wow, Vaughn, you got him all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now. That's enough for today. You should get back to Miguel's place, Kites. Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops, totally forgot. You should come, Vaughn. He's busy today. Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do. Hey, lock this place up for me, will you? If Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
So there's a lot of people that talk bad about the sound, the audio, the actual voice acting in this game sounding a little bit canned. Or like it's inside of a can, and it does, but still. The royal city of Rabanastre. Year 706, Old Valdinian. 2 years after the fall of Damascus. So it's been 2 years since that happened. Okay. That we saw.
What'd you say? Sir, you haven't paid, and What? Haven't paid? On second thought, please, sir, take it. It's a gift.
Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Your luck, peddler.
Oops, sorry.
What's where you're going, churl?
What? My pouch! It's gone!
The boy! Get out the way! Oh!
Rejected. It's alright, he can get more. They pretty much own this place now, so they can get more money.
What?
Hello.
Hey, that's mine.
What do you mean, yours? You've been stealing again. What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaughn. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans. Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this?
Nice.
One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own. I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon. Oh, Miguelo had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place. It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
Okay, so here's what I remember of Pinello as a character. I actually enjoyed using her in my in my runs. Now, I haven't picked this game up in years. I bought it when it first came out and played through it. Your location map. Oh, okay, this just explains the map. If you're unsure where to go next, we gotta go to this Red X, and we are... It doesn't say where we are, but world map's been added to the party menu. But yeah, I do remember Penelo being a really good character. I enjoyed using her, actually, as a character. Alright, that's the equip command. And then the world map. This shows the unexplored areas. We got a couple of things marked on the world map already. The Grimsmith Waterway, Nalina Fortress, and other things will be unlocked as we obviously discover new areas. We're getting into trouble with the Imperials again, Vaughn. We'll try to be careful. If not for your own sake, then for Miguelo and Penelo, okay? Miguelo and Penelo. That's interesting. I didn't pick that up when I first played it. That's kind of funny. Alright, let me look at this map again. Let's see. Where am I at? Okay, I'm right here. Alright, so I just gotta go up here and take a right. Alright. There sure are a lot of Imperials out today. They think they're so great, but I hate them. Shut up, kid. They'll cut your head off, too. These aren't exactly nice people. Hey, mister, you want to hear a story about Rabanasta? It won't cost you much. What? I gotta eat, too, you know. One gil ought to do it. Okay, I'll give you a gil. Okay, 2 years back, Rabanasta lost the war with the Empire. That's when all the guards came and made us live under the city. The Empire has one person who runs the city and everything. He's called a consul. The new consul's coming today. That's why there's so many guards. Kinda short, huh? Don't worry, I'll try to find some new things to add for next time. And I think he does actually tell you, like, new little pieces each time and charges you a little more for it. You can cut the tension with the knife out on the streets today. Guards at every corner. I can hardly stand it. If everyone asked, I said nothing. Understood? Yeah, got you. I was just down at Miguelo's Sundries. That Miguelo's coming and going, so I'm half afraid he's going to wear the door hinges off. Alright, yeah, we got to get down that way. Let's see, where are we now? Yeah, we got to go this way. Miguelo? Feeding the new consul? Miguelo this, Miguelo that? That's all I ever hear these days. Okay, so Miguelo's popular, apparently. Alright, what do we got here? That's protectives. Yeah, we'll go into the shops later. Right now we don't have any money, really the money to do it anyhow. There's a nervous energy running through the whole city today. With the new console coming, I suppose it's to be expected. I think this is the weapon shop. Yeah, that's the weapon shop. Okay. Miguelo.
Vaughn, I was waiting.
Penelo said you needed something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier. In the morning, perhaps he ran into some trouble on the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
No problem. The desert teems with trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the XII.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too. I can't leave my shop, and I've Penelo on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the XII and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
So, yeah, let's see. Everyone seems busy today. You, Kites, Penelo, me, don't worry. I've got my own work to keep me busy. I'm gonna be so rich that I know I'll be rich enough to buy an airship. You can ride it anytime you want, Vaughn. Well, Vaughn's already said he's gonna get his own airship, though. Alright, so we gotta go, yeah, that's what I thought, straight up. We just keep following the path. And we're gonna go to the Sand Sea, which is kind of like the tavern. I don't know what this is. I can't remember what this is. Oh, the magic shop. Yeah, okay. You buy your magics there. Again, stuff we'll learn later. I kind of want to get into the game a little bit here. Alright. So this is the Sand Sea, the tavern. And this actually unlocks a couple little special things for this game.
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Look, Vaughn, look! This is it! This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
A creature spotted in the Ester Sand. What is that thing?
Ah, Vaughn. Miguelo sent you too, did he? He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever. Say, Tomaj, what's this?
Nah, don't remind me. Got some nastiness out there in the Ester Sand. What's stopping our couriers? And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right. Vaughn, you should give it a shot.
And you should be getting back to Miguelo. Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
So, this unlocks the bill system, which is like a hunting side quest. So here's how it works. People post bills here on the notice board. When they have a monster they need taken care of. Headhunters track people, right? Well, hunters track monsters. The monster you're hunting is called your mark. Here's the bill I posted for the rogue tomato. The mark I petitioned to have it hunted. Do you want to hear all the details? Yeah. Let's start with accepting hunts. You can't just take a look at the board then go running off to hunt the mark. You'll miss out on the bounty. You gotta talk to the person who posted the bill, the petitioner, first. Let him know you're going on the hunt. So, take this rogue tomato bill, for example. I posted it, so I'm the petitioner. You have to come talk to me, okay? Let's call that step 1 done, okay? Once your agreement is in place, the petitioner will tell you how to find the mark. Then you hunt it, report back, and claim the bounty. Oh, and I'll give you something to help keep track of your hunts. A clan primer. Use it to refresh your memory about the hunts you've accepted. So we got the primer now. Go ahead and take this while you're at it. Just a little something to commemorate your first hunt. And he gave me an Ochera armlet. Looks like you can't even equip that yet. Know why? You don't have the license for it. Think of licenses as mileposts, marking your progress as your combat skills improve. Swords, bows, black magics, white magics, none of it does you a look of good until you have the license to use it. Same goes for that armlet. Tomaj, how can I equip this great treasure you bestowed upon me, you ask? Easy. Learn by doing. Let's give it a try. Alright, so this is going to show us how to do licenses. I'd say you're ready to hunt that mark for me. Oh, you'll be needing to leave the city. Just show this to the watch gate at the gate. A writ of transit. The east gate's the one that you'll want to head out. Once you've taken care of that mark for me, let me know. Your work won't go unrewarded. Rogue tomato. The hunt begins. So yeah, this is probably my favorite side quest, the hunting one, because it's just really awesome. You get to go hunt these rare monsters and stuff. Try equipping the Ochera armlet. Use the licenses command in the party menu to obtain the accessory one's license and equip it. Okay, once you've chosen the license board, you can't change your mind, so choose wisely. Oh shoot. No. Alright, so we're going to go into licenses now. Licenses are basically how you learn to use certain weapons. The stronger the weapon, the higher the license you need. If you don't have that license, you can't equip that weapon. Same thing with magic and other things. Okay, you must choose a license board in order to obtain licenses. There are 12 boards, each allowing you to develop a character with unique abilities. Once you choose a board, it cannot be changed. So we can make our character, any of these classes. Now, this is new. In the original game, it was just a license board. They've separated them out now, which is kind of cool. Sword masters who develop themselves, body and soul, to their lords. Weapons katana. Maces and magics. Warriors who snipe their foes with deadly precision guns and whatever. Wield the sword and shield. Yeah, we're gonna make him a knight. So here's how we look at the license board. You gotta fill all of these. Oh, okay, so... Huh. Wonder why they did this. They actually separate. I wonder if you can change your... I guess you can change your category. Eventually, I suppose you can. Okay, so we want to unlock this armlet, which we can't do yet. Well, I have LP. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Now it shows the license board. Alright, now I get it. Okay. There we go, and then it unlocks the next step. Okay. Not sure how you get to these blank spaces. Alright, so that's unlocked. It leaves me with 1 LP. Now, basically, what I was getting at, and this is a little different than the original game. Whatever. It should be interesting. I can create, like, classes, and I guess characters can create, like, learn different classes as you level them up. Anyway, so, even your armor, things like that, have licenses. You have to unlock these licenses in order to use this stuff. And to do that, you get license points. The way you get license points is fighting enemies. That's basically almost replacing... I mean, you still have levels and experience to handle things like how much HP you have, how much MP you have, things like that. But in this game, you also have licenses for your weapons and stuff. So, yeah, that's what that is pretty much. Now, the clan primer, we'll look over it real quick. Clan primer chronicles your exploits. Read descriptions of your foes and that you have slain. Basically, this is like your bestiary. Well, it's actually a little bit of it says bestiary here. This is your bestiary. You see the enemies you fought. Usually it'll bring up a picture like that, and you get little, like, written things about them. These are all interesting, and, you know, I'll bring them up, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do it like this. I'll leave it up for just a second. And then move it down and let you read that. And if you want to read the full thing, you can always pause the actual video version of this live stream. Alright, so you got the bestiary, you got the hunts. This is just where you actually get your hunt information. You know, it puts the progress on it. Hunt accepted. The rogue tomato is to be found in the Dalmasca Easter stand. So, this will actually bring up the hunt map. This is where we need to go. Now, obviously, we don't have a map of that area, so it is not no good to us yet, but it will be. Sky Pirate's Den. What will it take to fill the den? As you travel through Evil East, the Sky Pirate's Den will slowly fill with tokens commemorating various milestones and feats of skill. Discovering how to unlock them is up to you. So basically, that room will fill up as we do things for various accomplishments made in the game. And then this is just the, basically the game's help menu is what that is. Give me just a second here. Alright, that's better. My door kept opening up. And there are folks in the other room I don't want to disturb. Alright, so... whatever. Alright, so... okay. Okay, yep. I'm making sure everything's set right. Okay, so we got that. And we talked to her. Okay, so we got our job, if you will. I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anything important, but I'm pretty sure... I don't think the bar guy, I don't think Tomas will give you anything else either. No. Okay. Just talk about the... okay. Alright, so let's get back to it. Yeah, basically, that license board is way different than the original, but I understand it. They're just going to do it as sort of like classes, like the old class system, which that works. We want to go to the Easter Sand, so we want to go back down to Magello's and through that middle section. Well, now, yeah, because I want to go by Magello's anyway. Sure I'm going the right way here. No, I'm not. It gets a little confusing. I think I want to go this way. Yeah, I want to go back down here. Alright, anyway. This game... yeah. This game, there's a lot of grinding involved in this as well. Let's see. See, they got arrows, things like that if I was using a bow, which I'm not. And yeah, we're going to get a couple of potions here. Just to have them. I'm not worried so much about the eye drops. If I get blind, I get blind. I don't... not that worried about that, really. Alright, so now... we should go directly across from where we're at to get to the next section. Yeah, here we go. Alright, and down here and around this way, I think. Down here. Okay. Here we go.
Here there. Let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the, Consul's dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed. Magello. I just hate to see the Consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man, and not one to take offense in such trifling matters. Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the Consul waiting. Right. Gates are closed after this.
Alright, so they're gonna let me out. And we're gonna get to do a little battling, which is pretty cool, actually. Well, not yet, we're not. There's a save crystal. Let's go ahead and save the game. That we can do. And we should do. And so yeah, there's a bit of grinding in this game, but it's okay. Like I said, I kind of enjoy the fighting system in this one. For the most part. I don't mind it too bad. I think I would have enjoyed the fighting system in Final Fantasy 15 if I understood it. But I don't know for sure. So we're saved, and now we're going to go, let's see, this way. Hi. Okay. So we're going to go out into the desert now. And this will be our first time to do any real open world combat. Now there are some enemies in this area we do not want to fight at all. Because, I mean, we're just starting out, so we're really weak. But there are some we can fight. This, like, for this example, this cacti, we can take him out. And, I mean, I want to start gaining experience as quick as I can. Most enemies will drop things like, it'll be little bags of things. I think I've heard it referred to as trash loot. It's basically items that don't really have a purpose other than to make us money. That's how you really make money in the game, is to go out and fight enemies and pick up this trash loot. But there are also some items like this right here that are like boxes you can open up just to get treasures. There's an antidote, for example, in that one. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of purposes for grinding in this game. See, these earth stones and cactus fruits and things, we can actually get money for those. And we'll use the money, of course, to buy weapons and magics and things like that. Oh, he got a double hit in. There we go. Come on, big boy. Yeah, I got you. Come on, big boy. That's a nice stab. And I leveled up. Already leveling up. But I am going to have to slim my roll a little on this attack thing, because at least for right now, my health's getting a little low. I'm going to have to take a potion. One more good kill. Come on. There you go. That's a good man. Let's see. So I got 7 now. I can't do anything till 15. I can unlock a broadsword at 15. What do I got here? Heavy armor goes at 25. Okay. So I want to get a little bit of LP anyway. As I wander around. Oh, there's the tomato right there. I guess we can go ahead and take on the mark too while we're at it. Oh, got a double hit and took him down. Or did I? No, it ran off. Little sucker ran off. Now I gotta come back down here and refight him. Now there are certain enemies around here we do not want to fight, so I'll let you know when I see one of them. Most of them are docile though, unless you attack them. Alright, let's see which way did the tomato go. Right there it is. There we go. Oh, wow. Now we got him. Rogue Tomato vanquished. So we killed the mark.
Galbana lilies? Never thought I'd see him growing out here. Ugh. This'll make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
And he gets a handful of those lilies now. We can go back and continue with the story, but I do want to at least fight a little. Again, I want to gather some trash loot, things of that nature, and get a little bit of experience up for Vaughn. Okay, there's 9. Now that is an enemy that we cannot defeat. We touch this guy, he's gonna kill us. So we're not even gonna mess with him. He's called a wild cerulean, something like that. He will mess us up at this point. So we want to wait to fight him. Here's some more wolves.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, grounding's just a part of RPGs, so you just gotta kind of expect it. I know it's not that exciting, and there's not a lot of commentary when I'm doing it, but, you know.
Yeah.
There we go. I know, I don't want to fight the cerulean. I don't want to fight. I want to get the... I don't even want to mess with the guy beside him, because that might set off the freaking thing. Hopefully this doesn't aggro that thing without me killing the wolf. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So, oh, more wolves. Okay, good. They are, I thought they continued to, like, just reappear after a time. One more. I'll explain this chain thing on the bottom later too. It's hard to make good chains in this game, but it can be done if you want to take the time to sort between enemies. I don't, so. There we go. Let's see. Alright, looks like I should go back to Rabbit now. Let me look real quick just to see. I'm up to 22. Let's see. You know what? Let's go ahead and unlock swords. Why not? Now, for 30, we can unlock Inquisitor, gain MP after dealing damage, which would be pretty cool. We also got shields at this point. Let me see if I can actually switch. No, I guess you can't. So I just have to give each character their own class. Okay. Okay, that works. It makes the license boards a little easier than the original game, that's for sure. Okay. Let's see. Now we'll go over our beast tree real quick. We now have the cactoid. So that you can read that. And of course the rogue tomato. so that you can read that. Okay. And of course we got this in our bestiary now, so you can read that. Okay, that's what we got so far. Now, this is kind of aggravating because you have to click on all of them. I think I'll just leave that alone, screw it. Well, there weren't that many. You just gotta bring them up and then close them out, and you've read them, so. It's kind of aggravating to have that. I want that there for when something good happens, you know? I should have it cleared out. Yep, okay, good. Alright, so, there is one thing I didn't do. I forgot to equip my new accessory that I paid for a license, that I used my LP for. And what does that do? Slightly raises your max hit points. Oh, okay. I got you. Alright, so back to Rabanastre. We did what we came to do. Now it's time to go back home. I think that lady's the one we talked to earlier, wasn't she? This is an outrage. I thought we'd make it in with time to spare, but they closed the gates before before they had finished inspecting our things. I just don't see why they won't let me through. I'm a citizen same as everyone else, aren't I? Okay, so they're not letting people through now. Save your current game. And I will be right back.